After a night out with her friends, a 21-year-old college student booked an Uber to get home. Her boyfriend tracked her location and made a truly horrifying discovery. 21-year-old Samantha Josephson was a college student at the University of South Carolina. She was due to graduate from college in May 2019. Samantha had a boyfriend named Greg, and they were both very excited for the future with one another. She was described by her friends and family to have been a lively girl who loved her friends and family and skillfully balanced her social life with her studies. However, on the 28th of March, Samantha was feeling a bit down after getting some bad news about a family member's health. She FaceTimed her boyfriend Greg and asked to see him, but he was busy that night and also lived about 2.5 hours away. He suggested to Samantha that she should go out with some friends to take her mind off the bad news and have some fun. Samantha agreed, and at about 12:30 in the morning, now on Friday the 29th of March, Samantha and her friends arrived at the Bird Dog, a bar that was very popular with university students. However, despite her friends' efforts to cheer her up, Samantha still seemed down and upset. She ended up getting separated from her friends, and at just past 2 AM, she ordered an Uber and called Greg to tell him she's on her way home. A CCTV camera shows Samantha on the phone to Greg outside the bar waiting for her Uber. At 2:12 AM, a black car is seen pulling into a disabled parking spot. Before the car could make a complete stop, Samantha is seen walking to the rear passenger side door and getting inside the car. Seconds later, the black car reverses and then drives away. Greg and Samantha both had an app called Find My Friends, where you could see the GPS location of your friends for security reasons. Greg checked her location using the app when she got into her Uber to make sure she gets home safe. However, almost instantly, Greg noticed that Samantha was travelling the complete opposite direction of her home. He tried to call, text, and even Snapchat Samantha, but she didn't answer. Her location was moving further and further away from her apartment until after 28 minutes of entering her supposed Uber, her location completely disappeared. Greg got into contact with some of Samantha's friends, but they hadn't seen it either. Greg and Samantha's friends thought Samantha may have got an Uber back to her apartment, but may have accidentally left her phone in the back of the car and expected to hear from her in the morning. However, the morning soon came and there was still no sign of Samantha Josephson. Samantha was due into work that morning, so Greg called her place of work, but he was told she never arrived for her morning shift. This is when Greg knew something was seriously wrong. On the 29th of March at 1:30 PM, nearly 12 hours after she was last seen, Samantha Josephson was reported missing to the local police. Photos of Samantha were put out onto the media to try and find witnesses with information that may have seen her that night. However, only 2 hours after Samantha was reported missing, a truly disturbing discovery was made. Police received a 911 call from 2 turkey hunters who were in the woods hunting when they came across a body. Police arrived at the scene and almost immediately knew who it was. 21-year-old Samantha Josephson. Her body was found nearly 70 miles away from where she was last seen. She had been viciously murdered. Her body was covered in more puncture wounds than officers could count. Samantha had been stabbed and had more than 120 injuries to her body. She suffered severe wounds to her face, neck, torso, legs and feet. Samantha most likely died in the car before being dumped in the field. Samantha's friends checked Samantha's emails and discovered the Uber driver actually cancelled the ride because Samantha never turned up to the car. This meant that Samantha accidentally got into a stranger's car, believing it was her Uber driver coming to pick her up. Police reviewed CCTV footage of the night and spotted the same black car circling the block multiple times. As the black car drives past Samantha, who was stood on her own, the driver made a U-turn before picking her up. Police shared the CCTV footage of the black car to the public in hopes someone may have seen the car or knows who the car belongs to. At 3 AM on the 30th of March, about 26 hours after Samantha went missing, police spotted and pulled over the same black car that Samantha was seen getting in before she went missing.
What's going on, sir? You got your license? You got your license on you? I'm Officer Craddock, Columbia Police Department K9.
Oh, no, sir, I got a license.
No license on you.
Yes, sir, I lost my license at 12, sir.
Why not?
I lost it at 12, sir.
28 displayed as kilo alpha 8.
Who's smoking the marijuana?
I had smoked some earlier, sir, when I was at home.
Alright. Alright, man, you're gonna have to step on out, man. Alright, here's the deal, man. I pulled your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here! Go, we're running! Hey, I'm gonna release the dog! I can't, I was just gonna see if he'll stop. Bravo Mike wearing a gray sweatpants, gray sweatshirt.
The man arrested was 24-year-old Nathaniel Rowland. He was born in 1995, making him 24 years old at the time. He lived about 64 miles away in a place called New Zion. The police searched Nathaniel's car and blood was found all over the passenger seats and in the trunk. Bleach, germicidal wipes and window cleaner was also found in the car, showing there was an attempt to clean the car. Samantha's mobile phone was also found, linking Samantha's disappearance to Nathaniel. Police then searched Nathaniel's house and found Samantha's blood on a double-bladed knife, a sock and a bandana. Samantha's blood was also found under Nathaniel's fingernails. Discovering this, Nathaniel was charged with possessing a weapon during a violent crime and the murder and kidnapping of Samantha Josephson. Nathaniel's trial began on the 20th of July 2021. The court was shown CCTV footage of Nathaniel driving around the area multiple times looking for a potential victim. After watching Samantha attempt to get into another car she thought was her Uber, Nathaniel, who was 2 cars behind the car she just attempted to get into, took the opportunity and picked her up. Once Samantha was in the car, Nathaniel switched on the child locks so the car doors could not be opened from the inside. Samantha was now trapped in the car. CCTV footage then captured Nathaniel's car travelling further and further away. Hours later, Nathaniel is caught on ATM surveillance footage trying to withdraw money from Samantha's credit cards. On the 27th of July 2021, Nathaniel Rowland was found guilty of the kidnap and murder of Samantha Josephson, receiving a life sentence.
That you be committed to the State Department of Corrections for life. That sentence must be served for the remaining days of your natural life.
Nathaniel's motive for killing a 21-year-old happy college student with a bright future ahead of her seemed to have been purely for his financial gain. Samantha's parents created a non-profit organisation called What's My Name to inform people of the safety of ride shares. Link to the organisation in the description. Following the death of his girlfriend, Greg changed his career path to become a criminal prosecutions lawyer in honour of Samantha Josephson. Please feel free to suggest any cases you'd like me to cover in the comments below. Thanks for watching.